So my nickname was Popatlal, and I had that short hair. Life was all about having fun, pure experimentation. We used to live in cartons, the boxes in which the samples were. My early teachers were very impressionable still, like the works of, as I said, Georgia Cotton, Madame Dere. The AAFT completes it. I don't know much of other institutes who will have such a strong connect to film especially.
Hello everyone, welcome to AAFT Unplugged. Today we are thrilled to have Rina Dhaka with us. Renowned for her innovative designs that blend traditional Indian textiles with modern silhouettes, Rina has made a remarkable impact on the fashion industry. Her bold prints and intricate embroidery have graced runways and red carpets, with her creations worn by many celebrities. Rina has consistently wowed audiences at major fashion weeks like Lakme Fashion Week and India Fashion Week. Now stepping into the role of Dean at AAFT School of Fashion and Design, she's set to inspire and mentor the next generation of fashion talent. Get ready to explore her incredible journey and the exciting new direction she's bringing to the fashion education. Rina, it's fantastic to have you here with us. How are you today?
I am well now that I have beaten the traffic and I have reached here. So thank you very much for having me here. I'm enjoying myself. Thanks.
Thank you so much for coming, and we are honored to have you here with us.
Please, that's mutual. It's also mine.
Right. So Rina, you started your career way back in the fashion industry in 80s when fashion was not, such a hype. How did that all happen?
Well, I would say late 80s because then I was very young, still in school. But when we came about, there was no industry. Delhi or Bombay was a very different world. I would call myself extremely lucky to have been at such a time brought into the fashion scene, very different from what a child today comes into. And being the youth, there was energy. Unfortunately, there were no phones, no cameras. We have no proof of it except what the images in my mind.
Right. So back in the day, how did you go about educating yourself in this stream?
Well, education came from then. I worked initially with that point India's greatest export house, which was called Old Village Industries, and late Mr. Vijay Mehta was my boss. They had a domestic parallel also, which was called FUs. They had it in Bombay and in Delhi. And working there, one encountered all the high street buyers, be it like Georgia Cotton, the buyers of Selfridges, Bloomingdale's, the embroiderers, all that we learned there. Yes, my first steps were very important in my life.
Yeah, absolutely. And they last, they give a very lasting impression.
Yes.
All right. So when you entered into the fashion industry, what were the challenges that you faced?
The challenges for a young girl, young person living in India, one of them can be just simple, commute. Find it stressful when I see the young people having to commute great distances to be able to get to work. And then of course, it's a dichotomy, our country. When you're young, you have your 10 on 10 looks, body, everything. And then you want to dress in fashion, be in fashion is to dress in fashion. So later I learned, because I used to wear these very big brogues, the shoes and big shorts, my name was Popatlal by the tailors. I didn't know that till many years. So my nickname was Popatlal, and I had that short hair because that was then the trend of the time. So when we wanted to dress in fashion, we also became, for some, an object of humor, but it was not that we weren't blending in the environment, let's just say that. But yes, having worked all my life with artisans and workmen all over the world, the biggest training I got was to how there is mutual respect. to be able to survive in those atmospheres. And to win that respect, you learn from them and you learn to talk to them about it once you know more than them. They ain't going to listen to you otherwise.
Yeah.
So however much you may pay them. So behind your back, you will have the Chinese whispers very loud.
Yeah, must have been tough for you.
Not at all. I had so much fun. We used to live in cartons, the boxes in which the samples were. I used to steal my best friend's food and eat it.
I think lovely memories you made.
Oh yes, of course. I wish I could go back to those.
Right. And how do you think the fashion industry has changed, or I should say evolved from then to now?
In many ways, we are the same, exactly where we were. In many ways, much has changed. My early teachers were very impressionable still, like the works of, as I said, Giorgio Cotton, Madame Dere, learning how the shows work, the importance of time, slotting and other things. Moving on to opening of fashion retail in India, to our own boutiques, to getting your name as a brand. That was also probably done then. And then to where fashion is today.
Okay, what are the core fashion sensibilities that brand Rina Dhaka stands for?
I think I have many faults. I hate to say that I'm not always pleased with myself. But yes, I'm not a really noble businesswoman. I should be given a slap on my face for that. Somebody still needs to put me in school for that. But yeah, I like learning. I always feel there's learning. There is daily excitement in our trade. There is so much we spend time with touching, with other people and with creativity, that there is almost therapy in this trade.
Yeah.
There is music in it. So there is good days, bad days and hellish days. But there is also the great rewards we get for being in this trade which unites a lot of us together.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, do you think Indian karigari and craftsmanship have received their due on the global stage, or is it a still long way to go for them?
So yes, you get them. The kids are working today as well at that age. So I had an early bird start, but that doesn't mean much in a relative way. But what this question means, what is global really? Are we going to get owned by like Louis Vuitton, LVMH? Are we going to so there are already bodies controlling the world fashion. So if we become a part of it, we become global. Yes, and Indian designers, you already have so many showcasing now on the world map. It is true, but then on the other hand, even when you work with a simple exporter, that craft is going places. The journey of the fabric is so big. It from the yarn stage in some farmer, to mill stage, to getting to you stage, to your 100 embellishments on it, to your technique, to where your client will wear and take it.
Yeah.
The fashion has always been global. That garment on your body, what you're wearing, I don't know where it got made, who wove it, where did it come. So it's moving always. It's an energy. It will keep moving. So this global to me is not making sense. It's always been global.
Okay. So, if you had to style any one Bollywood celeb of yesterday, both male and female, who would that be?
Of course, late Madhubala, my father's favorite. And in male, if I were to style, I would say Guru Dutt, because he is someone I remember, because he made black and white cinema. He was iconic. He had a kind of a gloom Charlie Chaplin vibe.
Right. And anyone from today's generation?
Of course, the Queen, Deepika Padukone, who has given so much to the cinema.
All right. So, a fashion trend that you think that should never come back? Any such kind of a trend?
The puff sleeves, hell. We thought they should never come back, and everything became the sleeve.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay, what is your personal style all about?
I love off shoulders for myself. I feel they're easy for me and they go well in the evenings. In the older days, I used to, of course, like every other girl, like the crop top, your millennial dressing, the high-waisted jeans or the low-waisted hipsters. I was a denim person for a long time. Then into the ones I never liked for my body was the fashion when the skirts became 3/4.
Okay.
But It's irrelevant.
So now related to, you've now been associated with AAFT as the industry dean. So what's your impression of AAFT's approach towards fashion education?
I like being here very much, that the fact that it has many verticals. So the fact that you and I are shooting and we're meeting and we're interconnecting, it's also giving us ideas. And it's joining my dots better. And AAFT probably is the only unique school I know which has fashion and all its related stories together. Then you have film, you have studios, you have interiors. These are all very important aspect of fashion and its aspirational journey. And the AAFT completes it. I don't know much of other institutes who will have such a strong connect to film especially. And film is a very important part of India. Absolutely. It's a success story. So you may not win in other verticals, you may stand a chance there.
Yes, yes. Well said, I think. Yes. So how do you envision AAFT's role in shaping the future of maybe fashion and design?
I think when you get one brilliant student, like I'll say in NIFT, the first one actually was Manish Arora. When he created that bustle and his corsetry, he created a trend. I saw for 10, 15 years when we were called to jury or do other, whatever, work for like NIFT in lieu of being an ex-student of NIFT, I saw that he had such a big influence on them. He had created his whole school of a generation of people who wanted to work on that genre, what he created. So then, yes, he came from NIFT. Then, of course, you had Sabyasachi and all that. So AAFT will have its own heroes and stars who will pave way for the next few generations to come. I myself was very mesmerized, and I was walking up, I asked Bhavna I want to recommend a collection of students I saw in the fashion show for a Karan Johar future film show on fashion. So because I really think that kid needs to go there. So yes, this is how it is. We're all in exchange of ideas.
Yes, I think that's a big motivation for the students.
Yeah, I mean, it's not fixed. I'm only suggesting.
Yeah.
But yes, the thought has come to my mind.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
I think that will make them work more harder.
I hope so.
Right. Okay, what aspects of AAFT School of Fashion and Design are you most excited about? Something which is close to your heart and you want to share with them?
I want them to also learn, to be honest, computer embroidery, because I think it's so much a part of Indian fashion scene and the export scene, and it would help all of them. I think also surface ornamentation, textures, these are things I feel the students need to obsess over, and each one to strive for their own unique feature. That really makes them help stand out in a very saturated world.
Yes, yes. I think that was a very good piece of advice.
Thank you.
And how do you plan to integrate your fashion expertise with AAFT's education goals?
So yes, to help identify that strain of their identity and to help guide them to go using that to the next step, and to not feel deflated just because they're not as good as the other one. And also because I'll be from the outside, I'm not a part of their behavioral patterns, which is for the teachers to do. This helps me.
Yeah, so you'll act as a neutral.
Yeah, so I can pick on what is great about each kid, their uniqueness.
Yes, absolutely. And what's one key challenge you're looking forward to addressing in your new role?
My challenge? I have challenges getting here. No, the challenge is that I should be able to help them. I should have had something in my time here with them which will help this generation go ahead into their next life more confident, more assured, and to be able to be versatile, with whatever knowledge they have gained from the school in the real world.
Yes, that's very important,
Yeah.
to be versatile. I think in today's world, you need to be there.
More adaptive,
yes,
yes, of course.
Absolutely. And what's your vision for the future fashion education, and how do you plan to contribute towards it?
So I am a part of your institute
Yes.
as a dean.
Yes.
And I will try to honestly share whatever I have learned hands-on in my being in the industry for over 2 decades on a daily basis. Nearly 7 days a week I worked. So I will try to share and impart freely whatever I know. If it helps, I hope it does. And that would be one of my good wishes for being able to give to the students.
No, it will
My end
definitely-
result is always the student.
It will definitely help. I
Yes.
mean, the vast experience that you come with
Yeah.
is definitely going to help us.
Also, we are outside the parameters of their real life. We are real life.
Yes.
So that transition also we will be able to explain.
Yes. So now we have some rapid fire questions for you. Are you ready?
Yes, of course.
Okay. High fashion or street style?
Street style,
Trendsetter or trend follower?
trendsetter.
Okay. Classic black or vibrant colors?
God, I'm both.
Okay. Vintage finds or the modern pieces?
Vintage finds.
Accessorize or keep it simple?
Keep it simple.
Fashion week or local boutique shopping?
Fashion week.
Day wear or evening glam?
Day wear.
Fashion design or fashion illustration?
Fashion design.
Statement pieces or minimalistic chic?
Statement pieces.
DIY fashion or designer labels?
Both.
Great, you did a great job.
Thank you.
Okay, so before we end this, Rina, any small message you would like to give to our students?
Hi, hello, future fashion trailblazers. I'm Rina Dhaka and I'm excited to welcome you to AAFT's School of Fashion and Design. As your new dean, I'm here to ignite your passion and creativity with an education that goes beyond the basics. At AAFT, we're not just about learning trends, we're about setting them. I can't wait to blend my experience with our innovative programs to help you create, innovate, and excel. Prepare to dive into a world where your fashion dreams can become a reality. Let's push boundaries, explore new styles, and make your mark in the fashion industry. Welcome aboard, and let's make this journey unforgettable.
Thank you so much, Rina.
Thank you.